Right, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Young Entrepreneur. Today it's October 2nd, it's a Thursday, and basically, what I want to talk about today is something that is crucial for having success with your business, having success with your messaging. And it's something that I've been struggling with and that I knew was important, but had drifted away from for a bit because I just like put it aside for a bit and had other things going on. But I just realized how important this is in order for everything to work out. So you've probably heard me talk about like improvement selling or like new opportunity selling instead of improvement selling. Like people want a new opportunity instead of a proof improvement. And the thing is, when you are selling, what I tend to do, or what I did before, was that I would just see what other people did and just talk about the same things. Like I would see something on the internet, and oh, that like just sparked an idea inside me, inside my head, and then I want to talk about it. But after I've done that for a while, it's like my messaging becomes more bland. There's no real clear red thread throughout it all. It's basically just me talking in east and west about different things. So it's this fine line of having a clear messaging. And how do we have a clear messaging? And that is by focusing on the one thing. And what the one thing is that instead of talking about this, and that, like multiple different things, you just focus on one thing in your messaging. So basically, what we do here is that we focus, like, we've picked out our new opportunity, and our job is now to only focus on that one thing instead of deviating all the multiple other places, because when we're talking about multiple different things, people will get confused because, like, I thought you were talking about this, and I thought you were talking about this, and them just doesn't mix together. Um, because there's a reason why Russell Brunson is known for being the funnel guy. He didn't talk about SEO optimization. He didn't talk about all these kind of different things. He didn't talk about how to post on LinkedIn. He didn't talk about how to um, create all these type of things because he knew what he was going for. He had his new opportunity, which was sales funnels, and every time he ran a campaign, there was the one thing that he focused on. And every time he ran a campaign was that, how can I focus on this? So when he's funnel about traffic, he's not talking about the things that he talked about in expert secrets or .com secrets. He knows that the whole new opportunity is sales funnels. Now he's running a campaign, and for this, in this case, he knows that people, like, they're solving problems. First, he solved the framework, and then he thought to himself, all right, that was the one thing that I taught them here, the framework of how to have a sales funnel. Now, what can I do? Like, where is the missing link for this? Where are people failing? Then he talked about expert secrets. And that's how you get your message out, how you serve the people that you've been called to serve, and all these kind of things. And he only focused on that one thing. He didn't go back and talked about funnels and all the things from .com secrets. He was focusing on the one thing, which was the fire of your funnel. The one thing was the fire. It says it here in the back. Expert secrets, the fire, or is the fire, and that was the number one thing that he talked about. And again here, then he looked back again what are the different kind of problems people are having now. Like they have the framework for setting up a funnel, they even have the software which was ClickFunnels. Then he looked, all right, they have the fire as well, they know what to say in their funnels. I guess the only thing that's missing now is traffic or the fuel. So that's why he talked about the fuel in traffic secrets. And that is the number one thing that he's talked about. He's not talking about traffic in all the other books because he knows if I'm talking about three different topics, people will get thrown off. And that's why this is what's called the one thing, the one belief that people needs to believe in order for like eliminating every other point that other people have. And that's what I feel like I've been struggling with. I've been talking east and west uh, about all these different things, mindset, philosophy, all these. I've just like heard something on the internet, oh, that's a thread to me that I can expand on. But if it doesn't match to my new opportunity, and my new opportunity is messaging, how can I get more, help more people get their messaging out? Like the people that they want to help, and they just need to get that extra push and be sold to. How can I do that one to many? How can I help people do that? That is my new opportunity. I call it, or it's called, message alchemy. How can you like present a message to people the right way in order for them to understand and be your diehard super fan? That is my new opportunity. But if I'm focusing on all these other things, I'm basically deviating from this thing. So that's why I need to have the one thing that the number one thing that I'm focused on. And whenever I ran campaigns, only focusing on one thing that's about this new opportunity. And you see this everywhere. Now again, if like Russell Brunson, he probably have a few investments, and he's doing pretty well with investment. He probably have some real estate or crypto and stuff like that, but it's moving away from his new opportunity, which is sales funnels. These are completely two different things. And when you try to talk about investments, and he's originally the funnel guy, you're creating a conflict here. You can't be the investment guy and the funnel guy. You need to pick one and go with it. So that's why you don't see me talk all about Facebook ads and stuff like that, how you can have the best Facebook ad and set that thing up, because it's moving me away from the one thing or the new opportunity. So you see how this work in the macro. You need to have one thing that you're focused on. Russell Brunson is the funnel guy. Probably at some time I'll be the messaging guy. And you see other people. Some would say Grant Cardone is the real estate guy. You would see John Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. He will be the sales guy. All these people, they have one thing, the number one thing that they're focusing on, and not trying to focus on all these other things. That's why I don't see Russell Brunson talk about his investments, because it's conflicting with it. um, and that's in the macro. But in your micro, when you're creating campaigns to show your, or get your new opportunity out there to the market, you also need to have one thing that you're focusing on. And that's why you see in campaigns, for example, if you see Imangachi, right now he's talking about AI and how you can leverage that, but you don't see him talk about AI, and then he talks about how to write copy, how to do this and that. He's not mixing all these together because it's creating conflict. People can only focus on one thing at a time. That's why this is the one thing, the one belief that he's trying to get his audience to believe. So that's in the micro. Whenever you ran a campaign, only focus on one thing because it's conflicting people's mind. And that's the same with in the macro or micro. Only one thing for each campaign, one subject or um, theme, angle, um, and in the macro, like your new opportunity. Instead of like, see how can you be a specialist in this thing, instead of doing all these different things, because then it will create conflict in people's head. And that's what I've been struggling with, trying to create all these things. But you see, people, they have different nuances of each. Like Russell Brunson, he loves, uh, like, he's a man of God. He loves his family. He loves sales funnels. He loves wrestling. But his main thing is sales funnels. And the other thing is just showing his personality. And that's why I'm like, myself, I'm trying to do this. I'm be trying to focus on messaging and like how to create a beautiful message that people understand, how to tell stories, how to write good copy. That's sort of one palette. But if I try to talk about all these other things, it's creating conflict. And I guess this is the point of this video. So if there's one thing that you take off from this, then just focus on one thing. That's the essence of it all. So on that note, I will see you soon. Take care. Peace. Bye.